guys, today I'm going to be bringing you a book unhaul. I will be taking them to my second-hand shop where I go and get most of my other books because, you know, it's good to give back. In no particular order, the first book I'm unhauling is The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. I did enjoy this book. It took a while to get into, but it's not one that I'm gonna pick up and read again, so yeah. Next one is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. A lot of people love this book and Gillian Flynn's other stuff. I have not read anything else by Gillian Flynn, and honestly, based on this, I don't know if I would, because I absolutely hated every single character, and I did read it when I was sick, when I had the flu, so I don't know if that contributed to it or what, but it's definitely one that I won't read again. The next book I'm unhauling is The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. As some of you may know, we read this for the Ready Set Read book club. It was decent enough, but it's not one that I'm gonna be reading again, and other people might enjoy it better than I did, so unhaul pile it is. Sorry if my white balance keeps going nuts, I don't know what's going on. The next book is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Hadler. This book, it was cute. I buddy read this with Christy last year. It is an interesting way to look at a breakup, but not one I would choose to reread. Next book is The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan. I'm not unhauling this because I don't like it. I'm unhauling it because I bought a hardcover and all my other Rick Riordan books are in hardcover. So yeah. The next one is Where Rainbows End by Cecilia Ahern. Ahern. Okay. This is also known as Love Rosie. I was really excited to see the movie because it had Sam Claflin in it and Lily Collins, but I wanted to read the book first, and it's an interesting premise because it's all written in emails, and I thought, yeah, let's give that a go. This is just so frustrating to read. It just seemed to drag on forever and ever. It's like, seriously, how many times can one couple miss their chance? It was frustrating to read. The movie gets it done a lot quicker, which movies tend to do because they have, like, you know, a shorter window, but this book just wasn't for me. It was just too frustrating for me to read. Next is the Summer I Turned Pretty series by Jenny Han. It's all three. These are little cute contemporaries, but not ones that I would pick up and read again. I've read other stuff by Jenny Han that I don't own yet. I mean, To All the Boys I have loved before. I love those books and I can't wait for the third one. Those are ones that I will pick up and keep, but this one just doesn't seem to hold any special place for me, so I hope someone else gets some enjoyment out of it. The next three are a trilogy that me and Christy buddy read together, and they are Top 8, Unfriended, and What's Your Status by Katie Finn. We went into this super excited to read these because Katie Finn is a pen name for Morgan Matson, and we both love Morgan Matson, so we thought we'd give these a go, and unfortunately they were terrible. I don't know if it just really, if me and Christy, because we're older readers, that it just kind of completely missed the mark on us, but it just seemed like every little bit was just so far-fetched. It's along the same lines of how Pretty Little Liars is, like, you know, just way above and beyond. Maybe someone else will enjoy these, they're just not for me. Next we have The Body Farm by Patricia Cornwell. I have all of the Kay Scarpetta series, but when I was reorganising my shelves, I realised that I had a duplicate of this one, so unhauling this one. Then I'm unhauling Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I do have this on audiobook, and I do like Rochelle Mead's other stuff like the Vampire Academy and the Bloodline series, but when I read this I just didn't really connect with it. I think I'm gonna unhaul this, and if I ever do want to reread it, I have it on audio, so it's not that big of a deal. The next one is We Were Liars by E Lockhart. This was one of the first books I bought because of everyone's recommendations on BookTube, and I absolutely hated it. I figured out what was going on within like the first chapter or prologue or whatever. I realised what the whole thing was gonna be, and I mean, it's only a short book, so it did read fast, but it was just so frustrating that it was so easy for me to figure it out, and then because I knew it was just a really boring read. I mean, I know other people have read this and they love it, and that's fine. So, because I don't like it, I'm giving it away. Next one is Sarafina by Rachel Hartman. I have this and Shadow Scale on audio. It was decent enough, but not one that I particularly want to keep on my shelves, but I do have it on audio if I ever want to reread it. The next series that I'm unhauling is Burn for Burn, Fire with Fire, and Ashes to Ashes by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. Again, I buddy read these with Christy. I absolutely inhaled these books. I did enjoy them, but it's not a series I'm gonna reread, so I think it's best that someone else gets some enjoyment out of them. The next book is Never Always Sometimes by Ali Al-Said. Again, a cute contemporary, but not one I'm gonna reread anytime soon. So, to the unhaul pile it goes. The next one is Austenland by Shannon Hale. I love Jane Austen and period dramas in general, but I read this and it was just a little bit lacking. I watched the movie that this is based on and I liked it a whole lot more, so if I ever get the urge to reread this, I'll just watch the movie. The next one is Room by Emma Donoghue. This was our first ever Ready Set Read book club read, and even though it is a very good book, it's not one that I would choose to pick up and reread, but I do think it's a book that people should read, so even though I'm not going to reread it, hopefully it will go to a good home. The next book is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I'm unhauling this because I bought it twice. The exact same edition and everything. I didn't realise that I had it, and I was back in book shopping and I was just like, oh yeah, I want to read that, and I'd already bought it, so whoops. The next one is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Again, I have a duplicate of this because we have bought all our Harry Potters second hand, barring the illustrated editions and the Cursed Child. Let's move on from that. It's not a Harry Potter book, let's be fair, but we needed one more, I think. What was it that we needed? Yeah, we needed Goblet of Fire, and I thought we needed the Half-Blood Prince, so obviously bought this one, and we already had it, so I was like, damn. But yeah, hopefully someone else is looking for the Half-Blood Prince too, so yay. And the last book that I will be unhauling is Off the Page by Jodie Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. I picked this up for the Booksplosion book club, and even though it was a nice fun read and it was all kind of meta and interesting, it's not one that I will be picking up again, so off it goes. That is all the books that I will be unhauling. If you like this video, don't forget to give it that all important thumb. Don't forget to comment down below, tell me what you have unhauled recently, or if you don't unhaul books at all. I need space, guys. I do have a haul video coming up very soon, and you will see that I need a lot of space. As always, the t-shirt I'm wearing today is this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye! My white balance has gone crazy. Hey! no longer Voldemort. Winning. You've got 20 minutes. Can I just finish up this stack of books here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No! We don't got this.